boy Mateo here. Welcome back to the Mateo Hour, where I do vlogs, story times, reactions. You know the deal. Oh my god, it's been 2 freaking long since I did one of these videos, and I feel so brand new to this. Shit. But today I'm going to talk about how I sprayed somebody with bug spray repellent. So yeah, let's get to the story time. So this was happened when I was in 4th grade. It was a field trip. I remember this so clearly. So it was in on a field trip. It was sunny out, and we were just going to the school, going back to my school, and it was just a lot, not that many of us in the bus. It was just the teachers and us students and the bus driver. So I'm still afraid of bugs. So really mad bugs coming into the school bus, and so I would spray some bug spray repellent, and I was spraying it on my arms, my legs, whatever, because I had shorts back on. I had shorts on, so I sprayed on my legs and my arms, and people were were across from me and in front of me. So when they saw me with the bug spray repellent, mind you, this is the Deep Woods Dry one. They was like, "Oh, you have Deep Woods Dry?" They were excited because I had bug spray and they did it. So yeah, but there was this one bitch. Me and her are cool now, but this one bitch who did not like me. She was like, "Why you spray that in my eye? You could have blinded me. Why you spray that?" Bitch, you were in front of me. How can I spray you? You're behind me. The what? So she was talking about how I made her blind. I said, no, how did I make you blind though? You're in front of me. I'm right behind you. So how did I make you blind? Like what? And so she said, well, you could have caused an accident because you hit me. I'm like, how you went from me spraying you to me hitting you? Hitting and spraying are 2 different things. Like, what's going on? But I was saying that she just kept on talking about how I sprayed her with the Deep Woods Dry, and I could have blinded her. So she called the teacher a friend. She was like, we're gonna call her Miss Strawberry. I don't know, I'm hungry. But she said, Miss Strawberry, Marcel sprayed me in the eye with his bug spray. And so, you know, Miss Strawberry was fat. Not like thick, but like fat, you know, rolls and all. And so she was like, Marcio, why you spray her with a bug spray? What's the reason? She didn't say that. She's like, why you spray her with a bug spray? Why you do that? And so I was like, well, I want to spray bug spray on my arms because there's a lot of bugs coming here around my area. So I want to spray someone on me because I don't want to get stung. You know, I was not about that life. And she was like, oh, well, you can't spray bug spray on the bus because that could have harmed some children. I'm like, I'm just sitting, and people are across from me and in front of me. Nobody's behind me because I'm at the back of the bus. So how am I supposed to affect somebody? Like, literally, I was spraying like this on my arms. I think I have it, but I think I have the bug spray though. But I can't find it now. But I was spraying like this on my arm, and nobody was like even harmed by that because they were across me and people were in front of me. I was short back then, so the seat was high, so people couldn't get harmed by that. So I'm like, what? And so she was saying, and I was saying that, okay, but like, I didn't do anything to nobody. Nobody complained about it except for this bitch. Like, what are you talking about? And so she was saying, the next time you keep on spraying bug spray in the bus, I'm gonna call your parents. I'm gonna call discipline. I'm like, call them. No, I'm just playing. Yo, like back then, I was mad shook when they called, you know, my parents for discipline because my parents will beat my ass if I got in trouble. Like, oh my god. And I lived with my grandmother back then too, so it was like, if I do something in trouble, then she will literally go off on me about the situation for days. Like, oh my god, it should be aggravating. But yeah, so we got to school and people were just so upset with me. I'm like, okay, be upset. I was walking to the door with my bug spray in my hand, holding it like this. So yeah, so when the next day comes, because the day was over back then. The next day comes and I was in my morning class. I think it was history or geometry. It was no, it was, I think it was math class, and there was a knock on the door, and then so my teacher was like, hi, Miss Apricot. I don't know. Hi, Miss Apricot. What's the scene? What's the problem? And so she was like, can I see Amatio for a minute? And I was like, what I do now? What I do now? And so Miss Apricot was saying, Amatio, come, because I was shook. I was shook. So I went to where she was at, and then I went to the office. The office was hella, like, literally the class was by the exit, and then the office was all the way down, and go up the stairs, and then you go to the main room. Yeah, no, yeah, it was the main room. It was the main room, okay. And she was talking about so I heard your little incident on the bus the other day. Why did you spray bug spray on, what to call her? What to call her? We're gonna call her Apple. We're gonna call Apple. So why you spray a bug spray on Apple? And I was like, I technically didn't spray nothing on nobody. I sprayed on my arms and my legs. That's only that I sprayed. I said like this too. So like, I sprayed on my arms and my legs. Nobody was affected. Nobody but her. Cause just said something. And so Miss Apricot said, so you're telling me that you spray your arms and legs, but that's not what Apple said. Apple said that you spray her in the eye and the face. I'm like, no, no. And so I was telling her that I just said I didn't spray nobody. I sprayed my arms and my legs. I can even show you the marks. They were still on there, but it was dry though. So that didn't make no sense. But I said, I could show you on my arms and my legs. So I can't even tell you that I tell you the truth. And so that's when she called Apple to the office. And so Apple had on some jeans and some Uggs and it's like a leather jacket. But she was decent looking. Guess you can say. But she was coming to the office, and you know how in certain schools, you know how you have those offices where the main principal's office on one corner, and then you have the whole entire table. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but yeah. So she came to the office, and she was all upset. She was pissed. She was like for real. And she was talking about how I harmed her. She went blind. Her mother had to put some eye drops on her eyes because it affected her bifocal. My battery just died, so I had to get back for a second. But yeah, she was like, oh, it affected my bifocals. I'm like, girl. Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, how did I affect your bifocals? You're literally in front of me, and I was behind you. Mind you, I had a short temper back then, and I do now sometimes. But yo, she really pissed me off. She pissed me off. She was talking about how I affected her in her eyes when I didn't even wasn't in front of. I wasn't in front of her. So I'm like, I was really about to explode because I literally told these people about how I used my own bug spray that my mom paid for, and they're talking about how I affected her. Like, and so she asked me, Miss Apricot asked me, oh, Matsuo, what do you respond to this? Is this true? And when she said that, I was like, I'm gonna say this again. I did not spray her in the eye. I sprayed on my arms and my legs. She wasn't harmed. She was in front of me. I was behind her. Everybody else was across, and nobody was affected by it. And so she's the only person that was saying that she was affected by it and she was harmed by it and she was blind. But like, she's perfectly fine now. She is. So Miss Apricot was talking about how next time you need to learn how to use your bug spray properly, and how you should not be around nobody, and how you should not try to spray it on the bus because it can go and what's that word? In a convection-y type of way. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm just saying. A convection-y type of way. And I was like, you know what? I'm so tired of school. I used my bug spray properly. And they was like, oh, I didn't use it because I harmed somebody. So I stormed off and I went to my classes. Before I even set foot out the office, she was like, oh, ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha. I'm like, really? Really? Okay. This is what I'm going to do now. So back then, I didn't have no hands, but I talk all this shit. I didn't talk shit to nobody but that person's face. So, but I didn't have no hands back then, but now I do. So, yeah, so the end of the day comes, and it was time for me to go back on my afternoon bus. And I had the same bus as her. So, if you live in Boston, we was like in Mattapan, but yet we was coming up from Mattapan behind that. Excuse me, my voice is raspy now. But we was behind Mattapan. We was behind that whatchamacallit, that big building by the bridge, and it was taking our right to by Morton Street. So we was going up that street, and before we even made it to the stoplight, she was just talking about how she's gonna fight me, she's gonna beat my ass, she's gonna do all these types of things to me, and I was like, bitch, do something. And she was saying how, she was literally like this, the camera, like this to me. And she was like, oh, so what do you want to do now? You want to talk all that shit? You want to talk about me all the time? So what's up? What's up? Because I'm ready to pop your ass. I'm ready to pop your ass. What's good? And so I was standing there unbothered. I was like, I'm waiting on my ass beating. Wait, I'm my ass beaten. And she literally, I was on the seat. So she was across me, and so she hopped on my seat and she tried to kick me in my nuts. I'm like, oh no, bitch. Oh no, bitch. Oh no, bitch. Oh no, bitch. And so when she attempted to put her knee, I said, don't, my legs are ashy right now. But I kicked her leg. Well, I kicked her off her leg. But yeah, I did all that stuff, and she pushed it back a little bit, but she came back for more. So I just kind of pushed her off. I pushed her off. So then she was talking about how, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass now. Like, what's good? What's good? Because I'm not playing those games. I'm not playing those fucking games. What's the real tea? What's the real tea? What's good? What's good? What's good? Oh my god. I mean, she didn't really say it like that, but she was saying how she'll fight me and beat my ass. So I was literally on my chair, like, huh? But yeah. And after that day, that's when she went home to her mother, and she told her what happened. She talked about how I sprayed her with bug spray, and I fought her. And so when that morning came, it was really cold that day too. Oh my god. But the morning came, and her mother came on the bus with her. And so her mother was like, where's the boy you talking about? So she literally walked down the aisle pointing. Boop! There he is. She was like, there he is. And her mother, she was on humpback. She was like, and just walked her ass to my seat with my friend. We're gonna call her Lene. With my friend Lene. And she was saying to me, she was threatening me. She was saying, oh, the next time I'm gonna hit my apple. I just almost said her name. So I had my apple in the face and spray her with bug spray on me. I'm gonna kick your ass, alright? I was like, what? Does she not know my mama? Does she not know my mom? Because I'm really about to tell my mom too. So you want to tell moms too? She did a mini on a Juicy. If you don't get that, watch Little Women Atlanta. Tammy was basically like Apple's mom. She was
discriminate. I will kick your ass. Do you understand me?
to me. And so, yo, like, so I was just standing there. I wasn't really standing, but I was just shook. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I never got, like, but still, like, in my head, I'm thinking, I'm going to tell my mom now, because if anybody attempts to threaten me, my mom will handle you. Like Regine Carter on that ass. So, my friend was like, oh my God, she threatened you. What are you going to do? And I was telling her, I'm not going to do anything, because you know what? I can tell my mama on her, because she threatened me. She threatened my life, talking about she'll beat my ass. Like, no, that ain't gonna happen when my parents find out facts. Like, but yeah, ever since that day, she did not talk to me. She did not even look at me. She did not even breathe on me. She stayed far away from me because her mama was telling me. But her mama never did anything to me, though. Still to this day, like, after that day, I never seen her mom again. Like, I never seen her. She didn't tell me. She didn't say, oh, when to be my ass at, or when you're going to do it, because I'm still waiting on that, because I never got an ass beating from her mom. Just saying. Just saying. But anyway, guys, that's it for the story time. You liked it, like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you follow me on my social medias. Should be in the beginning of the video, but you should know I'm not ready. So watch my other videos, and bye, guys.
I see him looking at my woman.